Yo, what's going on, guys? KrispyFlakes here. For today's video, we are doing the new look New York Knicks rebuild. As we all know, Kristaps Porzingis has surprisingly been traded away from this team for Dennis Smith Jr. They also ended up getting DeAndre Jordan and Wesley Matthews, both players which are only on one-year deals and are going to get bought out by the New York Knicks. Which does make complete sense because, like, DeAndre and Wesley, those guys are good NBA players, and this is a team that does not want to win games right now. So basically, they got Dennis Smith Jr. I know a lot of Knicks fans are upset about this because, you know, they could have had Dennis Smith Jr. in the 2017 NBA draft. So essentially, they had to trade Kristaps Porzingis to get a guy that they could have drafted in the first place. But at the same time, this team, they have a ton of draft picks. They have the most salary cap actually going into the NBA offseason, a very loaded draft class, or again, not only just a draft class, but also a free agent class out there. So, I mean, while this team, while it does suck losing Kristaps, I mean, 7'3" guy with a lower body injury, who knows? He might not come back and be the player he once was. So if you're a Knicks fan, I think you definitely got to keep your head up about this. So as far as this video goes, this first season, there's really not too much going on. Like, Dennis Smith, he's going to take the rest of the season to get acquainted with the New York Knicks, just like their organization, the coaches, the city of New York. Of course, you got Lonzo Trier out there who will probably start the shooting guard position now that Tim Hardaway is no longer on this team. You got Kevin Knox who can continue to develop, Noah Vonleh, Enes Kanter. Basically, the rest of this NBA season needs to be used for players to be tried out to see if they are part of the team's future success out there, because there's so many good young pieces out here, man. So this season, I really don't got too much to do with it, because I think as far as like contracts go, the situation's pretty damn crispy out there. So yeah, I'm looking at the contracts, and there's no bitch-ass contracts on this team, with the exception of maybe like a Lance Thomas. So I guess we'll see if we can try to unload him for something. Just an expiring deal. Cool. I guess it's 1 year. I don't know if he has a player option though. And does he have an option? Yes, he has a team option. So we don't really have to get rid of him. We are going to go ahead and simulate the rest of the season. It's not going to be good. We're going to embrace the tank, try to get Zion, try to get somebody like that, try to get some big name free agents and go from there. So a record of 17-64. I don't know why they have to go off and freaking win the last two games here. One more game against the Pistons, though. Hopefully that's a L on the season, and it's another W. So let's just go ahead and screw up our chances again, the first pick in the draft. Why don't we? We do have Giannis MVP, Luka Doncic Rookie of the Year, Buddy Hield, Brad Stevens Coach of the Year. Surprisingly, actually, I mean, he's a good coach. I just don't think he's Coach of the Year this particular year. Here are the All NBA teams. Nothing too crazy going on with that. And yeah, we're clearly not in the playoffs. Let's go ahead and check out the player stats on the season, just like see who's worth bringing back. Enes Kanter at 15 points, 12 rebounds. You know, man, the thumbnail of this video was so tough to make because, like, Enes Kanter, I don't really know if he's like part of the future plans, but it was so hard thinking of like 3 players to add to the thumbnail of this video. But he did lead the team in scoring. Dennis Smith, as you know, as the second half of the season, not even that, put up 14 points, 4 assists per game, so he definitely has room for improvement there. I think he'll definitely get there. Emmanuel Mudiay, who might have actually started over Dennis Smith because he is higher rated as a 79 overall. Kevin Knox at 12 points, 4 rebounds. I still think he's going to be a very solid NBA player. Yeah, so nothing really too like insane or groundbreaking here. Just some role players and some other guys that are looking to be future stars. Let's go ahead and simulate these playoffs. Now, as far as free agency goes, I know people want like Kyrie Irving and players like that. At the same time, though, I mean, Dennis Smith, I still think is going to be a future All-Star point guard, especially in Eastern Conference. I think the chance of making the All-Star team is actually a lot higher now. So like a Kyrie is not really needed. I think this team needs a solid big guy and like a small forward, or power forward. Kevin Knox can really play either position, I will think, as he develops his body and stuff like that. So I don't know, man. It's very interesting, but at the same time, it might just be to the point where you get what you can out there. And you also got to mention that if we end up getting Zion or RJ Barrett, that also changes up how we approach free agency also. So staff signing, Fizdale, not the greatest reigning coach right there, but I'm okay with him for right now. Probably not long term, but for right now, I'm okay with him. Let's hit up the NBA draft. Have no idea which pick we're actually going to have. And hopefully it's... Do we not have a draft pick? Wait. Where is the Knicks draft pick? Guys, give me 1 second here, man. I gotta... What is going on? Oh, okay, we got the first pick in the draft. Okay, I was like... I was like, where's our draft pick at? I thought it was just going. I froze up, man. I'm sorry, guys. I thought the draft pick, because usually it says like sim to next pick, but we do have the first pick in the draft. Okay, I was about to say, man, Knicks fans were about to damn riot the streets. All right, well, as far as players available, Zion Williamson, of course, 81 overall. John Morant, DeAndre Hunter. Yeah, we are definitely going with Zion. I mean, come on, man. Like, that's got to be the next big-time player here for New York. There's nobody else I would take. Like, maybe RJ Barrett if I absolutely needed to, but no, man, we're going to go with this. And now we're going to sim to next user pick. We also have a second-round pick right here, too, which hopefully we can get another decent player, but, you know, it's not really like a big-time position or a big-time draft pick to get. Overall-wise, we got this dude. I guess I'll just, no, give me a mature maker. I'll go with him. I will go with him, man, because he's going to go play overseas anyway. By the time he comes back, maybe he'll be a decent player for us role player-wise. Rookie signing, so we got him. We also got mature on the team. Team player options, Dennis Smith, definitely going to accept that. Frank Ntilikina, I am going to accept. I can't promise I'm going to keep him on the team, though, because if we have Dennis Smith starting, Frank Ntilikina might be a pretty good trade bait to have out there. Also, Damian Dotson, I'm pretty good with him, too. But free agent-wise, Emmanuel Mudiay, you know, same song and dance. I might actually use him for some trade bait. I'm not going to offer him a better contract, but if he accepts a qualifying offer, I might look into doing that. I don't know. Can you actually trade qualifying offer players? That might not actually be a thing. But yeah, with all this cap space freed up, I mean, we go for Kevin Durant. Plain and simple. We offer him a contract. You don't really know what's going to happen. You might not want to go to the Knicks, which is fine. There might be other teams who want to go out there, too. DeMarcus Cousins. I love the idea of him at the center position, so he's going to give himself a nice contract there. Kyrie Irving. Damn, dude. Because, like, part of me is just, like, if I get Kyrie, I got to just... I was about to say, man, Yo Porzingis is a free agent. I feel like you just kind of, like, have to, like, figure a way to make things work. And I still feel like I could possibly do that. So I'm going to offer him the money. Okay, so far... Oh. Woof. Damn, dude. F's in the chat. All three players accepted other deals, which could very well just happen, man. Kevin Durant to the 76ers. Wow, dude. Okay, well, this gets a lot more interesting. This gets a lot more difficult for this rebuild. I'm thinking, like, I see Jimmy Butler available. I see Klay Thompson. I feel like I offer them both contracts and just kind of hope for the best here, man. So I'm going to give them both deals. Vucevic, I'm going to hold off on him for right now. Oh, my God, dude. Okay, so Klay Thompson is going to agree to the contract. You know, I'm okay with that. Him and Zion with Kevin Knox. It allows him to be the #1 option on the team. So I guess that would be kind of cool. I'm going to agree to it. Jimmy Butler going back to the 76ers. That team is going to be so damn deadly. Okay, let me get on the moratorium period here. So we got Klay Thompson. And Kevin Durant is surprisingly back on the books. He did not... Okay, I guess they decided to go with Jimmy Butler and not get Durant. Or something happened here. But yeah, Durant's going to get as much money as I can offer him. I guess this is still in play. And, okay, Durant going to the Clippers now. All right, well, that would actually be a lot of fun to watch. It's just like Durant against LeBron James, just like representing like Los Angeles. Other players available. Kemba Walker's still on the books. Is it the same like thing where it's like we just kind of make things work if possible? Man, it's just, I guess I go for him, right? Julius Randle available. Don't really need him at all. DeAndre Jordan, Enes Kanter, whatever. Kemba Walker, I'm going to throw him a contract. And we got Emmanuel getting an offer from the Jazz, so we are going to decline that. Kemba going to the Atlanta Hawks, surprisingly. Okay, now it just gets to the point where, do I really want to spend the money on certain players? Julius Randle as an 85 overall. I think I'm good with just maybe signing Enes for a season and just going from there and maybe saving some money for the next offseason. I don't want to sign guys that I'm not going to use, so let me get Enes on the team. Would also like to get... Damn, I can actually still afford Julius. You know what? I'm going to offer him a deal. Once again, man, I'm going to go with the 2-year deal. I'm going to give him 25. I'm going to give him as much as I can just for this one season. And it looks like he wants to sign up for that. Little tryout season. I mean, you know, it's just like he gets the money to play for right now. That's why I gave him black. It's just for one season, so he doesn't really get that insurance out there. Anybody else really want to go for maybe like Lance Stevenson, little veteran player on the team? J.R. Smith, get him back here in New York. Why not? So we got Lance. Let's maybe get like a... I guess we're probably good at the point guard position for the most part. All right, man. I don't know. We got some ball players out there. The free agency period did not go as according to plan totally, but it's still not bad. Let's go ahead and simulate to the beginning of the regular season. Okay, so this is what the team looks like going into the regular season. Dennis Smith at point guard. We got Klay Thompson at shooting guard. Zion going to the small forward position. Went up to a 86 overall. We got Julius at the 4 spot and Enes Kanter at the 5. Bench unit, Kevin Knox is going to be the 6th man just for right now. He's going to get a lot of minutes out there, though. We got Lance Stevenson, of course. Damian Dotson. Damn, we got so many shooting guards, dude. Okay, so I think I got to make a trade. I think I got to make something happen. And no, I'm not going to do it yet. I think I'm going to give Ntilikina some minutes as the backup point guard and see what happens. So I'm going to take away these minutes from Damian Dotson. Just nothing against him. It's just I need a point guard that can play out here. So we're going to give him at about 15 minutes a game. Let's also get Mitchell Robinson at a few more minutes at about 15 minutes a game himself. And Zion got to play a lot, so does Klay. I do want to get Dennis Smith playing quite a bit more also himself. So we'll get at about 36. Julius Randle will probably put at about 30, I'll say. About 30 minutes a game. And then Enes at 27. I mean, it's something for right now. I like the idea of Zion, Klay, and Dennis being like the building blocks of this team. Then after this season, maybe go for another big-time free agent if this team performs well, which I think they probably will. It's a good roster. It's just not what Knicks fans are probably hoping for. I'm sure they want Kevin Durant. I mean, who wouldn't, though, right? So let's go ahead, simulate this second NBA season, see just how good this Dennis Smith, Klay, Zion team can really do. Okay, so apparently Zion Williamson is like the greatest player in the history of the NBA as a rookie, carrying this team to 63 wins, man. There's no way this team would win 63 games. But I mean, Zion got the athleticism out there. You got Klay Thompson, one of the greatest shooters of all time. I don't know, man. Maybe it would be interesting. So James Harden MVP, John Morant actually as Rookie of the Year. So maybe it wasn't Zion. Maybe it was a combination of everybody on the team. Dennis Smith, most improved at 19 points, 5 assists per game. I'm sure that's pretty good news right there for the Knicks fans. And David Fizdale did not fizz out, man. He actually became a great coach. Led this team to 64 wins, All-NBA first, All-NBA second, and All-NBA third with Zion Williamson making that. Still would have been nice to get Kevin Durant and DeMarcus Cousins, not going to lie, but it's all good. We are obviously the first seed in the Eastern Conference. So, yeah, man, maybe this video is just some future good news for the Knicks fans out there. And that was the thing about this team. Like, there was not, like, the superstar, but you look at our starting 5. Like, everybody was scoring, everybody was rebounding, everybody was playing as a unit, and being a very efficient field goal percentage-wise, 62% for Julius Randle. I was a little nervous about him, like, shooting threes and stuff like that at the 4 spot and, like, the floor spacing. But, wow, this man shot 41% from 3. Does he even got a rating like that? Let me check out that rating real quick here, because that's absolutely nuts. 79 mid-range game and a 77 open 3. Maybe he just did not shoot a lot of them or something. Bench unit, Kevin Knox at 13 points, 4 rebounds is a great 6-man. Lance Stevenson, 77 overall, is 7 points. So, yeah, this team is just, I don't know. I don't really got much to say. I'm kind of speechless about it. Plus, you got all those draft picks coming up. Maybe it won't be so bad. First round, we do have the Detroit Pistons. Not too worried about beating them. I say that as a Piston fan, but, you know, it's just the state of my team right now is just in such a bad situation. We do beat them 4-1 as the Boston Celtics beat the 76ers 4-3. Closeout game 28 for Zion, 21-8 for Julius, making me think I need to sign him long term. I mean, he's playing a lot better than I thought he was going to. Next up, Celtics, simulate current round right here. Got game 1, lost game 2, lost game 3. Come on, guys, y'all gotta beat Kyrie, man. You gotta beat Kyrie for not coming to the team. And we beat them 4-3. Unfortunately, we do have the Toronto Raptors in the Eastern Conference Finals, which is almost guaranteed an L. But yeah, Kevin Knox, 24 points, 6 rebounds. So as his range starts going up, I might have to put Zion back at the 4th spot, or maybe I just continue using Kevin Knox off the bench if he wants to be playing like that. Then it's like, that's just good value for the player. And, wow, we actually beat Toronto, guys. Up 3-1, 4-1. We are going to the NBA Finals in only this second season. That is the power of the lottery. That is the power of getting the first pick. That is the power of, I guess, having so much damn cap space. One more game against the Rockets, or one more series against the Rockets. And, well, okay, we got swept 4-0. It's all good, man. I'm pretty sure Knicks fans will be happy if they actually got to the NBA Finals in next NBA season, right? So we are going to go ahead and do one more offseason right here so we can do with it. Draft-wise, I know we got like some team draft picks out there. I don't really know the total situation, but let's just hope it's a top pick in the draft. Once again, going to have a lot of money freed up to do some things with. So we are going, okay, we actually have the 29th pick. I guess this season we don't have anybody's draft pick, which is okay. Let's just go with best available. We got Jalen Smith here, tenacious rebounder. Sure, man, we'll grab you up. Sim to the end. That's fine. And rookie signing, so we got him on the team. Team player options here. We got, what do we got, man? What do we got? Dennis Smith going to accept that. Yeah, all four of these guys. Even like Frank Ntilikina, how did he actually play this season? He was at, what, 4 points? Yeah, not a great season. I think it's time to probably trade him away for something. Just not quite sure what yet. Damian Dotson, I know he did not play, but for $2 million, he wants to sign that qualifying offer. I'll bring him on the team. And here we go, man. This is free agency. This is where we're at with things. So, like Ben Simmons, I'm going to offer him a big contract. Just like him on New York would be pretty cool. So we'll do that. I would put him at the 4 spot. Although him and Zion at the court together, I don't know if that'd be fantastic. Julius Randle gonna get himself an offer. Might be in a sign and trade. I'm not sure yet. Enes Kanter still available. That is the position I really want to improve at, is the center position. But we got Julius, Enes, Ben Simmons going back to the 76ers. So we got our 2 dudes back. Let's get out of the moratorium period here. And, okay, so we got JJ Redick available. We got DeJounte Murray. Not like a ton of great players left here. But once again, man, like JJ Redick, I love using him off the bench. If I can actually afford him. You might not actually want to be on the team. Come on, JJ. Okay, Damian Dotson going to the Cavs. So, I think at this point, man, I'm gonna take both those guys, I guess, just because Damian could be involved in a trade bait if needed. Backup centers, we got Big Al still available. I know he's 35, but we'll get him. And besides for that, man, I think I'm gonna go ahead and simulate to begin the regular season, although I still might look for a big time trade to do. Okay, so I found this trade right here that is absolutely perfect for this team. Enes Kanter, Frank Ntilikina, a future first, and JJ Redick to the Detroit Pistons for Andre Drummond and DeAndre Hunter. Now, the reason I really like this trade is just because, like, Drummond on the Pistons clearly is not working out. The Pistons get a rebuilding point guard in Frank Ntilikina. They get a future first. Enes Kanter with Blake Griffin could be something special. And they finally get a decent guard in JJ Redick despite being 36. And while the Knicks, they get their center of the future. I know Drummond 27, but still just entering his prime. So, yeah, that trade is absolutely perfect, man. I mean, that's what we need at the center position. So, yeah, we are looking at Dennis Smith, Clay, Zion, Julius Randle, and Andre Drummond. Now, we are going to have to hope that Julius can continue to shoot the three-pointer well because the spacing on this team can be an issue. Although Zion shot 34% last season. So, yeah, his three-point shot at a 67 overall. I still would prefer to run him at the power forward spot and start Kevin Knox, which is something I could probably actually still do. Kevin Knox has a 86-3, so we can definitely space the floor a bit better than we could use Julius off the bench, which he is kind of used to anyway. So I think I might actually try that out here, guys. I think it makes more sense for the team. Zion does go down to a 86. That's okay. That's not really a big deal. Yeah, this looks way better, man. This definitely helps with the spacing out there. And then we get a nice big guy off the bench right there. As far as a backup point guard, we don't really have one. I'm just going to allow, Lance Stevenson to handle the basketball a lot. DeAndre Hunter, I'm sure, is probably a capable dribbler also. I mean, you got to be in the NBA, right? And then Julius Randle, maybe run the offense through him. So let's get this going. Let's get Zion playing a lot. Kevin Knox, I also want playing a lot, man. I was very impressed with him last season. Probably just go with a nice 9-man rotation. Get you at right there. You at about right there. Julius, as much as I love you, you're not going to play a ton of minutes to get you at about 20 minutes a game. But the starters definitely got to be playing the bulk out here. And, yeah, Dennis Smith, he got to play a lot more too, man, just because we don't really got, like, that backup point guard on the team anyway. So, get him at, like, 37. A few more minutes to divvy up. And there we go. That is the team. That is the final 5. I think it's a nice rounded out roster, plain and simple. So, system proficiency, Grant and Grind, we'll continue going with that. Let's go ahead, simulate this third and final season, and see if this team can win the NBA championship. Okay, so still a fantastic team this season, 61-20. Anytime you can be plus 60 out there, man, I mean, you got an elite squad. So, officially a W on the season against the Timberwolves. We got James Harden MVP, Anthony Edwards as Rookie of the Year, Trae Young 6-man, because, of course, they ended up getting, I believe, I forgot to get like Kemba Walker or something like that, which is just kind of an odd pairing, but still, man. He also got most improved as a bench player, so good for him, I suppose. We do have Zion getting the All-NBA first team, All-NBA second, and here is All-NBA third, with that being our only player on there. I guess while we're at it, let's go ahead and see how the Dallas Mavericks are doing, because I'm very curious. Are they in the playoffs? They are not. So I guess Porzingis and Luka Doncic not quite working out. But this season for us, we do have Dennis Smith at 23.6 assists, looking like an elite point guard. Zion at 19 and 10 with 5 assists. Klay Thompson at 18 points, 5 assists. Kevin Knox, I'm really happy we put him into the starting lineup. Andre Drummond averaging that double-double, playing some great defense too. Julius Randle and DeAndre Hunter, absolutely amazing off the bench. So yeah, the team's looking great. For the Mavericks, we got Porzingis at 21 points, 7 rebounds, and Luka at 19 points and 7 rebounds. I mean, they still pretty much kept their team out there. But here we go. First round, Washington Wizards. Let's go ahead and just win the whole damn thing, guys. Come on, man. Got to the finals last time, got swept by the Houston Rockets. Let's not have that happen again. Just because at this point, I would be disappointed because the team is ready to win now. They were ready to win it all last season. Here's the closeout game. 34 points, 6 rebounds for Kevin Knox. Dennis Smith at 19 points for Klay Thompson after playing 43 minutes. That is a ton. Okay, next up, Atlanta Hawks. Kemba Walker and the Hawks, I should say. Got game 1, got game 2, got game 3, and got game 4. We are having an easy time. Although the Celtics look like a very dangerous team despite being the 6th seed out there. Well, we got Dennis Smith dropping 32, 26 for Zion. All right, simulate this one against the Celtics. Got game 1, lost game 2, up 2-1, 3-1. Come on, guys. 3-2. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Whew. We do have the Denver Nuggets in the NBA Finals. I feel like we can beat them after Drummond drops 29 points and 19 rebounds, 27 for Dennis Smith. Looks like this game did go into overtime. That'd be thrilling, man. Game 7 overtime. That's what it's all about when it comes to the NBA. As far as the Nuggets, their team looks pretty much the same, except they do have Ricky Rubio now on the team. So let's go ahead and simulate this. Got game 1, got game 2, lost game 3, 3-1, 4 games to 1. The New York Knicks are NBA champions. The New York Knicks are NBA championships. It's not the end of the world, man. I know it sucks. I know if you're a Knicks fan, you're probably watching this and you probably still feel bad. It's not the end of the world. You guys still have so much going on as far as your roster can go. So many good young pieces. I'm happy I won the championship for you guys in this video. But yeah, hope you all enjoyed. Be sure to drop that like, subscribe if you're new to my channel, and peace out, my friends.